Over the next several days, I'm going to show you some comic books. This is going to be an ongoing thing as I talk. I'm not going to tell you what year they came out. I'm just going to show the covers and then pass it on. But before I do, I want to make one thing clear. In 1974, I quit collecting the X-Men. And I sold all of my X-Men. Of course, a few months later, X-Men Giant came out, and that's a whole different story. But like I said, I quit collecting X-Men, and I have not collected them actively since. Everything you are about to see, I have received when I purchased a collection, or I did somebody a favor by buying their comics off of them, or they were just dumped on me. And so that having been said, let's get into it. So you want to collect comics. Why? Or more to the point, why do we collect comics? Do we do it for the money? Well, I'm not going to say you can't make money buying and selling and trading comics. You have to be willing to buy, sell, and trade. You can't just buy them and store them. You can't buy them and just collect them. Those people that are primarily collectors rarely make any real money on comics. Oh, they might make the occasional 100 or 200 or maybe even $1,000 here or there. But in general, they do it to support their collection and they don't worry about making money. So I'm going to say most of us don't really do it for the money, because those people that do make a lot of money at comics are more worried about making money than they are about collecting. Maybe we do it because we enjoy the stories and the art. Well, to be honest with you, I've read a lot of stories that were real stinkers, and I've seen a lot of art that was just, it wasn't good at all. And I've seen stories that were really good with bad art, and I've seen stories that were really bad with good art, and I've seen really good stories that had really good art, and I've seen really bad stories that had really bad art. So yeah, a lot of us do it for the enjoyment. Some of us have particular characters we would like to follow. I'm a fan of Superman, and I follow his. I buy a lot of Superman comics when I can afford them. Most of the ones that I want or need, I can't. I have maybe buy one or two a year if I'm lucky. And of course, I like Tarzan, so I buy a lot of Tarzan comics. Which brings me to the next point. Maybe we collect comics because we get a sense of accomplishment for getting a complete run of something, or maybe a particular grail book that we want. And maybe that's part of it, is the sense of accomplishment that can be received from having a collection. Or maybe we're just hoarders. I'm looking around my room. I probably have close to 100,000 or maybe even over 100,000 comics in this room. But if you catalog it and keep it in a box, supposedly you're not a hoarder. That's what I keep telling myself anyway. Maybe we're just collectors. Maybe we just collect just for the joy of collecting. I'm a collector. I collect comics. I collect magazines. I collect toys. I collect games. I collect miniatures. I collect models. You name it. I've even got coins and stamps for some reason, and I don't really collect those, but I still have them. And they're part of my collection. I have an eclectic collection. That's about the way, and which is one of the reasons why the name of my channel is Collecting Chaos. I'm going to say the reasons for collecting comics are as many and as varied as there are collectors of comics. Everybody has a different reason. And none of us are wrong. There are no wrong reasons to collect. There are no right reasons to collect, but there are no wrong reasons to collect. Everyone collects for their own reason. And I think that's going to do it for why collect comics. I'll go a little further on more in more depth on other subjects that I have decided to talk about. Maybe tomorrow we'll do another one. But for now, that's all. Bye.